Me and Mike are kicking it live, and we're here somewhere in Minneapolis with Play-Doh, and we're in Chrissy Grimes' Grimy Productions. Mike?
It's a little different sitting here on the other end of the stick. The first time we met Chrissy, Scotty, she was interviewing us on her Z-Rock show, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I know I don't want to make you sound like you're an old timer, OG or nothing like that, but you've been around for a while. I remember listening to you on the radio on 104. You used to be a DJ on 104, right? Am I right?
Okay. Yep, absolutely.
DJ on 104, TV shows, rock personality around town. I'm sure you've met quite a few big time rock and rollers in your day. Would you like to, disperse any of like your favorite stories of?
Give us a skinny on the rockers you met.
Yeah, the famous people.
Yeah.
The famous people.
We're the famous people. Come on.
The famous people. Well, always my favorites are always the local artists. I have to say that. So as far as I'm concerned, there never is more of a thrill than when I can meet like real live, honest to God, local musicians that are really happening, really cool.
Like me and Scotty?
Yeah, like you guys. Exactly.
Well, like my question is like, well, what are you up to right now, Chrissy? Tell us about Grimy Productions.
Grimy Productions. Well, of course, grimy is kind of a dichotomy, I guess. But the idea is that it's still all local original artists that I deal with, and grimy productions. I mean, certainly I don't think that I look very grimy, but
Oh, definitely not.
I think people get scared off. They think that for some reason everything's supposed to be all wholesome in this world, and I'm just, it's sort of like with all the sexual harassment stuff like that, if a woman can't be in control and she can't come across like she is confident in herself, it's kind of the reason why I call it grimy productions. It, like I say, it's ridiculous. Don't be so foolish. I mean, if you don't want somebody to talk bad about you, then don't let them. And it's the same thing with the music industry, what I'm doing right now. I really support local artists. I think the national artists are national because their hometown people paid a lot of attention to them, and I think that local people deserve the same amount of attention, and here we are with this musical mecca. Take advantage of it.
Really?
So I mean, that's all I do. I just pretty much, and I write all the time, constantly. I write scripts, and everything I write about is it's all about music. It's all about my own experience. I write about me all the time.
I like that musical mecca line. I think, where did you get that from?
I stole it. That's what our business is nothing but plagiarism.
That's what I thought.
Stole it. When I write, that's what I do. I steal everybody else's shit.
The TV show, your Bad Company TV show, which me and Scotty have both had the pleasure of being on. Great TV show. I think it's the best TV show on cable next to my town.
Next to yours. Yeah. Move over, Chrissy. It's time to move over.
You get a lot of original local bands on your show.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think that's important that, that you let them play. And it's like, I got a tape of the show that we played, and it's like, uncensored. It's great.
Well, yeah, and people, maybe that's what we should start calling it, is uncensored, because it's not, and we do call it live. It's definitely Twin Cities Weekend Live. I mean, that's the other thing, is that we want people to see it live, see what you guys are made of. I mean, it does. The other thing too is I don't like a lot of whiny musicians, and I don't think there are many. I don't run across. I should say, they don't run into me very often. People who are professional and they know how to present themselves, they do it in the clubs and on stage all the time. Private parties, same thing. They can get up and jam there, so why do they need to be edited and all perfected? I mean, that's a bunch of crap as far as I'm concerned, so put them up live and show people what you're really all about.
See what you're made of.
I don't hang like with all of the old time music. I can't deal with like KQ. I cannot deal with that. And
Big
even
disc goes out to KQ, can't we? Big disc goes to KQ.
Big disc. Tom Bernard.
Really?
But it's like, and that's fine, it's okay, and I have to laugh because in the cover of the Reader this week, it goes talk, 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 and then it's the announcer that they were interviewing, or that they did the article about, she goes, I'm after the KQ audience, and I'd be like, good, go ahead, knock yourself out. I can't deal with the old-fashioned attitude. I got to progress, I got to move forward, and so that's what I'm thinking about as far as musically in this community. My God, can you imagine what it's going to be like in 10 years from now? I don't know. I'm not sure I can handle it.
And I'm basically more of a metalhead. I mean, I'm at the Mirage. You know, I go to the Mirage to see even the poser bands. You know, the poser bands.
Poser bands.
But anyways,
Name a few. No, that's
nah,
not.
we ain't gonna name a few. They know who they are.
Every Friday there I was spinning the tunes, and I always had the hottest records every Friday at all the dances. And I still felt like you can't get hot enough. You can't get up there in front fast enough. And so it always seems like that's what radio is doing. They're just competing with one another instead of, you know, getting deeper down into the soul and the roots of what the community is all about. There's just so much here they could be involved in, but no, they can look for numbers and dollar signs all the time. That's my attitude. I mean, that's all they're hung up on, so let them. Fine, I don't care.
So, like, I'd like to thank Chrissy for letting me and Mike come over and for her kicking some wisdom to us about being talk show hosts and teaching us. And she's so cool. I mean, she's taking us under her wing, her wing, and showing us some stuff. And she gave us the idea. And check out Bad Company and look for some grimy production videos.
Music, yeah. All music videos, sure,
Cool.
you bet. Anything else I do, I'll let you know too.
All right.
So is this my chance?
That's
I
your
get to
chance.
introduce
Go.
my favorite
Your
band in the world.
And they're on our show, too.
Oh, this is so exciting. Because Tina, I love you guys. You know I do. This is cool. Check them out. It's Tina and the B-Side Movement with Tina and Laura and the cool band. They're so cool. They're great.